Okay, this is the perpendicular bisector construction. It is 3 perpendicular bisectors in order to give you what's called the circumcenter. So I'm going to begin by placing vertices at all 3 points at all 3 vertices. And our goal is to put in the 3 perpendicular bisectors, and that's going to give you what's called the circumcenter. So perpendicular bisectors basically use the fish construction on all 3 sides. So I'm going to start on this first side, place my compass on the left vertice, set it so it's a little more than half the distance, and very lightly I'm going to draw the first half of my fish construction and then the second half of my fish construction. I'm going to do that on this side. And then if you have any bigger marks here, bigger arcs in the triangle, sometimes it's worth it just to kind of erase some of those just to make it a little easier to do your construction. But I'm gonna do the same thing from this side. Set my compass so it's a little more than half the distance. Very lightly, I'm gonna put my arc this way, and I'm gonna flip and do the same arc this way. So there's my second fish, okay? And then finally, we're gonna do the same thing on the third side. Now you could stop and do it on 2 sides, but I'm gonna do all 3 sides just so you see what it looks like. So from this side and flip and do the same thing from this side. Now this is where it gets a little tough because now you have to find the top and the bottom of each fish. So we're gonna go really slow here. The first one, this is the intersection and this is the intersection. And so this will be my first perpendicular bisector. I'm gonna put it in nice and dark. This is my first perpendicular bisector, number 1. Number 2, this is the top of this fish. This is the bottom of this fish where they intersect. And now I'm gonna put in my second perpendicular bisector. So you have like a 90 here, you have a 90 here, this piece equals this piece equals this piece. And then the third one, can you see what the third one is? Point here, and then follow the construction, follow the arcs. Here's the other point right here. And then I'm gonna connect these 2 up. And this is my third perpendicular bisector. And then I could put a 90 here, and then this segment equals this segment. Now, if you kind of focus in right here at the center, this point right here where they all intersect, this point is called the circumcenter. And what makes this point kind of special is it is equidistant from all 3 of these corners. It is equidistant from all 3 of these vertices. And that's where the perpendicular bisectors intersect. And if you wanted to, you can draw what's called a circumscribed circle. You can set your compass to the length of the vertice from the circumcenter, and you should kind of hit all 3 vertices all the way around. And that is your circumcenter.